After this creep's 2-year protection order expired, she went right up to this person's house and began photographing their unit for some bizarre reason. According to this TikTok user, they ordered a pizza, then mistook the white car in front of their house for the delivery driver. In fact, this mysterious car only departs when the actual delivery person arrives a few moments later.
Hello. How are you there?
Good.
Speed. And there you go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very
Have a good
much. You too.
According to the uploader, they asked their neighbors about the occurrence and they were equally perplexed. What do you suppose happened here? A mysterious figure can be seen in this video strolling around this homeowner's backyard at night for no apparent reason.
Police is looking for this nigga.
Only the next door frame. The next door frame. You alright? I'm alright. Your friend owes me the next door frame. What happened to your face, bro? The next door frame. What happened to your face? Your next door frame. Door frame. He owes me the next door frame. I'm right here. I'm not resisting. I know you are. Yep. Not fighting. Not fighting whatsoever. Whenever he uses doors, the next door frame, all right, here you go. Yes, sir.
Them on my whatever.
Whenever he uses the next door frame, all right. Yes, sir. Yeah, we got a drink from somewhere. I don't know how we got in, but I need a way out, so. No, sir. No, ma'am. I apologize. Yes, ma'am. You're gonna hurt your feelings. No, man. That's another man friend.
Started the New Year's like this. Fucking New Year's.
Same colleague as you are able to come back here, man. Secure me. You can secure me. Go ahead. I am not apologizing. I am not fighting. I am not resisting. I promise you. As you can see through the resistance camera.
No clue.
Fortunately, the police arrived and dealt with the unusual man. TJ, a TikTok user, tells the camera that he knows there is a stalker in his house and that he wants to do whatever he can to set up his camera and film this creep as evidence.
Guys, so I have my camera out right now. There is somebody in my house. They're downstairs. What the fuck was that? What the fuck is going on? Shit. is somebody in my house. There is somebody in my house right now with a knife and a hood. Please help. He's downstairs. Please help me. I'm begging you, please. My address.
After a few moments, the stalker strolls around the house. TJ claims that the police were called, so we can only hope that the creep was dealt with accordingly. Ashanti submitted this terrifying video to her TikTok, which will make you feel uneasy the next time you take public transportation. She claims that from the minute this guy stepped onto the train, he began saying odd things to her, including calling her sexy. He also inquired about her age, birth date, and other oddities.
You know the other one, Lil Kim too. You better Lil Kim too.
You said what?
You better Lil Kim.
No, I'm cool, thank you. I'm good, thank you.
I've been saying something. I wash my ass this morning. You quit.
Alright, I get it. You told me this. I'm not trying to be rude, but you just keep repeating the same thing. Like,
I'm sorry. Like movies. Like movies.
Ashanti calmly asked the man to leave her alone and tried to drown him out by listening to music.
I'm trying to listen to music.
Like movies.
I am trying to listen to music.
Like CDs. What music like? What music like? What music?
This is what it's like.
What music?
This is what it's like, y'all. I said I'm trying to listen to music.
She began recording the video after a few minutes of him yapping, despite her attempts to ignore him. The man eventually gave her a nasty look. Fortunately, Ashanti was unharmed. In this video, this TikTok user sounds terrified for his life. He mentions two males on the roof and zooms in on them acting suspiciously.
Guys, there are two guys on the roof right now. One dude, that one guy right there with the hat, he literally was just pointing a red light at me.
22 years.
God. Oh my God.
Sometimes we have to take a break.
Oh my God.
The user states that in the upload description that they are observing his every move. Let's hope these creepy stalkers are soon apprehended. The following security footage shows the uploader's neighbor approaching and pounding on their door in the middle of the night. As soon as she does this, she turns away from the camera and moves away from the door.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Good night.
The homeowner then comes onto the microphone and informs the neighbor that she needs to get off her porch or she will call the cops again, confirming that this is not the first offense.
You need to get off my porch or I'm going to call the cops again.
Every other video that I have of the girl shows her full face or it has her car with her license plate in it. I still want to try to handle this as clean as possible, so I want to protect her identity and her boyfriend's while doing this. A lot of people are mad that I even got involved. I want you guys to know that their fight and the door slamming started at noon that day. I had approached them 3 different times to check on them and ask them to stop very nicely, and they were warned that I would take this route if I absolutely had to, so I did. The first clip is of me finally calling the police officers, and that was at 6:30 that night. Also, I know that a lot of people felt like I should have never opened the door. I do agree that I shouldn't have done that, but she would not leave, and I really just wanted her to go away. Also, the neighbors that lived directly above us was a paramedic and a police officer, so I knew that if anything really went south that I could call for help and they could both hear me because they were home. As far as other people complaining about the noise, I still have no idea if anybody did. Management never told me if there were previous complaints filed against this couple, but what I will say is that their next door neighbor was a special needs caregiver. She had regular clients that would come into the home and stay with her throughout the day while their parents were at work. A lot of them were very sensitive to noise and wore headphones anytime that they were outside. I know that they had to have heard this, I just don't know if they've ever said anything. So when I was complaining, it wasn't just about my comfort, it was also theirs. I hope this also explains why I found the door slamming so disrespectful. Also, I know that this didn't make a lot of sense to people, but we had to renew our lease. COVID and just the housing market in general did not leave us a lot of opportunity to buy a new home. And I want to remind you guys that after that night, she never approached us again. She never even made eye contact with whoever were outside at the same time. The door slamming had completely stopped and the arguing still happened but was very quiet. So us moving to the front of the complex was really just to get fully away from everything. And we thought that she would be happy that we were gone, but then she started stalking us. I know I mentioned that we used to take walks around the neighborhood. We no longer do that ever since the last shout outside, which was months ago. The latest incident was last Thursday when I was coming into my house after getting out of my car. She sped up and drove very closely by me, and I had to lean into my car to get out of the way. I did not have my phone out when this happened, and where I parked, the Ring camera didn't pick it up, so I couldn't even use it as evidence for anything. But she is trying very hard to make me feel aware of what she is capable of. We're keeping everybody's advice and documenting anything that happens. We'll continue to call the police to file a formal complaint, and of course we'll keep you guys posted if anything new happens. Part of me wants the girl to find these videos and realize how ridiculous it's just gotten and finally stop. But yeah, thank you guys for all of your help.
What would you do if your neighbor was crazy like this? A TikTok user named Jay Swade claims that their neighbor stalks them every night when they get home. The footage is terrifying as we see the neighbor peeking out their window right at Jay. Let's just hope that this neighbor eventually backs off, or if nothing else, the cops get involved. This terrifying security footage shows a suspicious man driving up to this house after midnight and watching it from his car. What was this weirdo thinking? Hopefully, everyone was safe. This terrifying video clip depicts the uploader's stalker neighbor attempting to break into their apartment when they were home alone. Ona uploaded this TikTok video. In the clip, she's strolling along during a hot, sunny day when a strange man begins to follow her. The woman yelled at the man to stop following her, but he ignored her and continued.
No.
We was taking a walk, and he followed us.
Yeah, I'm gonna make some shit out of here. Girl,
We told him no the first time he turned around and kept following us. He scared TF out of me.
You're on camera. Y'all see him? His ass finna go fuck. Okay, now he's ready. Come on, let him go out. Cause hey, what the? What's up? The fuck? Okay, go ahead. Running out by. Girl, I swear to God, girl, I'm not playing with his ass. Girl, he better get the out my motherfucking face. Bitch, not playing. That shit scared the fuck out of me. I seen that bitch running behind me.
Happily, the woman was able to escape the predicament safely, and she reported that the event affected her deeply, and who can blame her? Victoria was walking in the park with her baby when she noticed that someone was about to try and abduct her. This woman would not stop following Victoria around, staring at her the entire time.
What are you doing, baby?
She then had a conversation with an elderly man who was standing just in front of Victoria. At that point, Victoria decided to head to the grocery store, but even stranger, the creepy woman was already there. That's all we know about the situation, but hopefully Victoria is safe. A user on TikTok claimed that a woman who they believed was intoxicated followed them around and eventually stopped in the center of the road right in front of them and refused to move. When the uploader tried to escape the woman gave chase.
That's her?
What the hell is your problem? Like, seriously, what is your issue?
Dumbass.
Fucking whore, bro.
Why is she so weird?
No, what's your problem?
Is she drunk?
She is drunk. Like, look at her.
She's...
So, I backed out of my garage, or like our parking spot by our house. She randomly started following us, tried to run us off the road, tried to brake check me multiple times, just followed us here. Random person.
Like, it's this old...
At one point, she came dangerously close to catching up with her, so she picked up the pace. Nonetheless, the crazy woman followed them into a gas station. Hopefully, the police eventually showed up to deal with this drunk person. This next creep is so disgusting that he will make your blood boil. According to the police, this man followed a woman home in Lower East Side in March 2017. He allegedly forced his way into her building and tried to rape her. Stay tuned for our #1 pick that will shock you. A security camera installed outside caught the moment a man stalked a woman before stabbing her. It is truly a dangerous world out there. Always be aware of your surroundings when you're in public, but especially during the night hours. Thanks for watching. Stay vigilant, friends.